Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadeva Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपादा परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर से श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, we welcome you all to today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. So, we are reading from 3rd canto. We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd canto, 4th chapter. Vidura approaches Maitreya, reading the 28th verse. Raja Vacha Nidanam upagateshu vrishini bhojeshva adhiratha yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha satukatam avashishtava uddhavo yad dharirapi tatyaja akrityam tryadhishaha. Raja Uvacha Nidanamupagatešu vrishini bhojeshva Adhirata yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha Satukatam avashishta uddhavo yad Dharirapi tatyaja akritim tryadhishaha. Raja Vacha Nidanam upagateshu vrishini bhojeshva Adhirata yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha Satukatam avashishta uddhavo yad Dharirapi tatyaja akrityam tryadhishaha. Please recite. Raja Vacha Adhirata yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha Satukatam avashishtava uddhavo yad Dharirapi tatyaja akrityam tryadhishaha. Raja Vacha Nidanam upagateshu vrishini bhojeshva Adhirata yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha Satukatam avashishtava uddhavo yad Dharirapi tatyaja akrityam tryadhishaha. Matajis. Raja Vacha Nidanam upagateshu vrishini bhojeshva Adhirata yutapa yutapeshu mukyaha Satukatam avashishtava uddhavo yad Dharirapi atyaja akrityam tryadhishaha. What meaning? Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Raja Uvacha. The king inquired, Nidhanam, destruction, Upagadeshu, having overtaken, Vrishni, of the Vrishni dynasty, Bojeshu, the Boja dynasty, Adhiratha, the great commander, Ayuthapa, commander-in-chief, Ayuthapeshu, amongst them, Mukyaha, prominent, Saha, he, Tu, only, Katham, how, Avashishtaha, remained, Uddhavaha, Uddhava, Yat, whereas, Harihi, the personality of Godhead, Api, also, Tatyaje, finished, Akritim, complete pastimes, Tri Adishaha, the Lord of the three worlds. Translation. The king inquired at the end of the pastimes of the Lord of the three worlds, Sri Krishna, and after the disappearance of the members of Vrishni and Boja dynasties, who were the best amongst the great commanders, why did Uddhava alone remain? Repeat after me. The king inquired at the end of the pastimes of the Lord of the three worlds, Sri Krishna, and after the disappearance of the members of the Vrishni and Boja dynasties, who were the best of the great commanders, why did Uddhava alone remain? Purport. According to Sri Jiva Goswami, Nidhanam means the transcendental abode of the Lord. Ni means the highest, and Dhanam means opulence. And because the abode of the Lord is the highest manifestation of the transcendental opulence, his abode can therefore be called Nidhanam. Apart from the grammatical elucidation, the real purpose of the word Nidhanam is to indicate that all the members of the Vrishni and Boja dynasties were direct associates of the Lord, and after the end of his pastimes, all the associates were dispatched to their respective positions in the transcendental abode. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur elucidates that the meaning of Akritam as pastimes. A means complete. Kritim means transcendental pastimes. Since the Lord is identical with his transcendental body, there is no question of his changing or quitting his body. To act in accordance with the rules and customs of the material world, the Lord seems to take his birth or leave his body. But the pure devotees of the Lord know well the actual fact. It is necessary, therefore, for the serious students of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to follow the notes and comments of the great acharyas like Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti. To others who are not devotees of the Lord, the comments and explanations of such acharyas may appear to be grammatical jugglery, but to the students who are in the line of disciplic succession, the explanations of great acharyas are quite fit. The word Upagadeshu is also significant. All the members of Vrishni and Boja directly reached the abode of the Lord. The other devotees do not reach the abode of the Lord directly. But the pure associates of the Lord have no attraction for the opulence of any planets of the material world. Sometimes, due to inquisitiveness, devotees who are promoted to the abode of the Lord have some attraction for the opulence of the higher material planets above the earth, and thus they desire to see them while going up to the perfection. But the Vrishnis and Bojas were directly dispatched because they had no attraction for material planets. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also suggests that according to the Amarakosha dictionary, Akriti also means signal. Lord Krishna ordered Uddhava by signal to go to Badrikashram after his departure, and Uddhava, as a pure devotee of the Lord, carried out the order more faithfully than going back to Godhead or the abode of the Lord. That was the cause of his remaining alone even after the departure of the Lord from the face of the earth. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति नामिने। श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी धायिताय कृपाद्यये कृष्णसम्बन्धवैज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाद्यय श्रीरूपानुगा भक्तिदा श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्धापसिद्धान्त द्वान्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्ब रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते। गौराविर्भूमे स्वं निर्देशन सज्जनप्रिय वैष्णवं सार्वभौमो श्रीजगन्नाथायते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पंगोर्मम मंदा मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बुजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ। दिव्य वृंदारण्यकल्पद्रुमाद श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेव प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानस्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भे वंशीवट तटस्थिता कर्षन्वेणुस्विनेर्गोपी गोपीनादाय श्रियस्तुना। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I would like to take blessings from all the Vaishnavas assembled here so that we can discuss about this topic of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. The king inquired at the end of the pastimes of the Lord of the three worlds, Sri Krishna, and after the disappearance of the members of Vrishni and Bhoja dynasties, who were the best of the great commanders? Why did Uddhava alone remain? So here Raja Uvacha. So who is asking this question? Raja Uvacha. Who is Raja here? Pariksit Maharaj. So Pariksit Maharaj is inquiring whom? Yes, Sukadeva Goswami only, na? He is asking. Okay, so Pariksit Maharaj is inquiring Sukadeva Goswami. So he is listening so attentively that when he understood that the whole Yadu dynasty and this whole Vrishni and Bhoja dynasty, when all Yadukul they got like destroyed or they left, so and even the Supreme Lord here, if you see the words mentioned here, that Trayadishaha. So Trayadishaha means the Supreme Lord who is the controller of the three worlds. Trayadishaha, who is the Lord of the three worlds. Even he himself left this world, and all his members of the dynasty, even they also left. Why did Uddhava alone remain? And here we have to understand this word nidhanam. Generally, if someone dies, koi gujar gaya means we say nidan ho gaya, means chile gaya, yeah, destroyed. But here the nidanam, the literal meaning of nidanam here, what Prabhupada says in the translation is the end of the pastimes, or the disappearance of the members of the Vishnu dynasty. So there is a difference. Just like we take birth and we die, means I'm talking about the body. So jatasi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So we are like conditioned souls. So for us there is we are affected by this material world. So that's why we change the bodies like that. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Darshan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So here Nidanam, the Prabhupada is mentioning Nidanam as a topmost dhana, or the supreme, the abode of the Supreme Lord. We know the abode of the Supreme Lord. Chintamani Prakarasadmashu, Kalpavrikshaha, Lakshavaruti Suravira Vipalayantam, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambrama Sevimanam, Govindamadipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So that is a Supreme Lord's abode. It is full of Chintaman, it is full of all opulences, all millions and millions of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. So that is opulence of the abode of the Lord. So that's what here Pariksit Maharaj meant, Nidhanam means. So, and the Vaishnavas, they never die. Okay, the Vaishnavas, they, especially the Nitya Parshad, or the eternal confidential servants of the Lord, they come with the Lord. When the Lord appears, they also come and they do some wonderful pastimes with the Lord. And when the Lord is about to wind up the pastimes, so they also leave along with the Lord, like that. So they are not like conditioned souls like us, who are affected by the material conditions of this material world. And here the Pariksit Maharaj is asking, even the Supreme Lord has left this world, then why Uddhava has to remain? What was the reason for Uddhava to remain? Even the Supreme Lord has left this world. So what was the reason, like why the Vishnu dynasty, like why it got destroyed? What was the reason of that? It is Krishna's desire, but we hear some external reasons. It is a curse of the assembly of the Brahmanas. So there were assembly of Brahmanas, like even Narad Muni and Vishwamitra was also there in that. Vishwamitra Muni was also there. And we know the pastime of who comes keeping the gada in the belly. Who goes? Samba. He goes in a vesh of like a woman, and he asks whom will I give birth, male or like boy or girl, like that he tells. And those sages, those Brahmanas, they curse him that this the thing which you are hiding, that will be the cause of the destruction of your dynasty, like that he cursed. So like that, when they so immediately, so they took that gada and they powdered it completely, powder karke samudra mein they throw it in the samudra, like that. And then what happens after that? After powder, what happens? And again that comes into the shore and it becomes like a cane. That cane and some of the material goes inside the fish, and a hunter named, what is the hunter name? Jara. The hunter, he takes that material and he makes arrow out of it, and that arrow he uses for hunting, which accidentally hits Krishna's transcendental body, his lotus feet. So that is a pastime happened. here Prabhupada in the purport he uses that Akrita. Akrita means when Krishna is just like we give up the body, Krishna doesn't give up the body. Okay, there is no difference between Krishna's body, Krishna himself, Krishna's body, or Krishna's mind. They are all same. They are all absolute truth. So there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's body. So what is the praman for this? Is there any quote from scriptures which says that Krishna's body is spiritual? We hear from scriptures that Brahma Samhita says that Krishna has got Krishna's spiritual body, Sachidananda Vigraha, all this. But what is the praman of Krishna? There is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's body. Huh? Tell clearly. Apapaviddam. What is the meaning of it? He is unembodied. Okay. Unembodied means he is. There is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's body. Okay. This is also. There is one more praman from Kurma Puran, which Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur he quotes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. No, he says that Deha Dehi Vibodhoyam Na Ishvara Vidyate Kvachit. There is no difference between Supreme Lord of himself and his body. So Krishna is absolute truth. His body, his mind, and he himself are one and absolute. So this is a praman. So when we hear Krishna's pastimes, so the Krishna's pastimes are filled with rasa also and siddhanta also. So both has to be, we have to understand both. So here when Pariksit Mada is telling about when Krishna has wound up his pastimes, actually Krishna is eternal and Krishna's pastimes are also eternal. So here when Krishna has wound up his pastime, that doesn't mean that Krishna has stopped his activities. Why? Because Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Vrindaranyam padam ekam nagachati. Krishna never steps out of Vrindavan. What to speaks of leaving Vrindavan? Okay, so that means Krishna's pastimes are going eternally. Even right now also Krishna's pastimes are going in Vrindavan, even in Dwaraka also. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas are going in Mayapur also, in so many places in ISKCON centers also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela is going on. It is amazing that generally in other Leelas we are audience, in Krishna's pastimes or Lord Rama's pastimes we are audience. But in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, okay, we are not the audience. We can even become one of the participants of that Chaitanya Leela. Why? Because we are in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission of broadcasting these glories of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the Lord's pastimes are eternally happening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leelas are happening even right now also, where still the devotees are every day going for book distribution and doing Harinam Sankirtan. So this is also the Lord's pastimes. And here, so Adhiratha means the commanders, or there are different type of, even in the soldiers also there are different type of soldiers who fight in the battle. There are like Rathi means they are like soldiers, and there are like Maharathi, Adhirathi, like that. There are different levels of soldier, like who can kill 1,000 soldiers, who can kill at a time, who can fight with 10,000, like that. There are different types of soldiers. So here Adhiratha mentioned the great commander. So the curse was given to the whole Yadu dynasty, and even the curse was even accepted by the Supreme Lord, who is beyond all these who is the controller of all this whole material world. Even Lord Krishna accepted this curse, but why did Uddhava remain alone? So we can understand the position of Uddhava, that here that he was in the Yadu dynasty, and here like he is not like one of the like normal member. It is mentioned that when Uddhava is being introduced in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, or when his glories were being explained in 10th canto, 46th verse, it is mentioned that Uddhava is, what was the verse about Uddhava? Vrishinam Paravo Vrishinam Pravaro Mantrihi. That means Uddhava is the greatest of all the is the greatest of all mantri. And Krishnasya Dhaita Sakaha is the closest friend of Lord Krishna. And he is a disciple of Brihaspati, Shishya Brihaspati Sakshat Uddhava Buddhisattama. Is a very intelligent Uddhava. So Uddhava's position is mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and he is one of the great soldier, or the powerful soldier in Yadu dynasty. And so why Uddhava has to remain alone when all the whole Yadu dynasty got disappeared? And from Uddhava's perspective, we see that Uddhava, here in the verse it is mentioned Hari. Hari means one who mitigates all the sufferings of the devotees. But here Krishna made Uddhava to remain alone. That means generally the Hari means one who destroys all the sufferings of the devotees. But here Krishna made Uddhava to remain in this world, and this whole family got destroyed, which will increase the sufferings of Uddhava. Which increase the sufferings of Uddhava. Why Krishna did this like that? Why Krishna did this? So like that, Pariksit Maharaj is asking Sukadeva Goswami, why Krishna had to do this? And Uddhava actually followed the instruction of Krishna. So even though Uddhava is feeling extreme pain in the absence of whole his dynasty, all his members, including Lord Krishna, he tolerated all those distress and followed the instruction of Krishna. So for a devotee, for a pure devotee of the Lord, the instruction of the Lord is more important than the personal association of the Lord. Narayana Parayana. Even though devotee may experience so much of trouble, so much of difficulties, but still he will voluntarily accept all those sufferings. Why? Because for him to follow the instructions of the Lord is more important than to be in the association of the Lord. So that's what Uddhava did. Uddhava remained alone even after his whole family. For a Vaishnava, the most difficult thing, or the most intolerable thing is what? We hear in the Samvad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and whom? Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai asked, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked question, right? What is the most difficult, or the which will cause the most distress for a devotee? Something like that, right? Question. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells? Separation from the devotees. So separation from the devotees is a thing which will cause the most distress in a Vaishnava's life. So here Uddhava was being separated from his from the devotees of the Lord, and simultaneously from the Lord himself. So we can imagine how much suffering Uddhava was experiencing. But still Uddhava tolerated all the suffering just to follow the instructions of the Lord. So we see from the scriptures, sometimes devotees of the Lord, they for following the instructions of the Lord, they even they even did not follow the truth. What are the examples in the scriptures where they followed the instructions of the Lord and they gave up the so-called truth of this world? Yudhishthira Maharaj example will take later. Why? Because Yudhishthira Maharaj first he did not accept. Which was the example where as soon as Krishna told, even though it appears that the devotee has to give up the truth, still he immediately accepted. Krishna told that you go back to. Because for fulfilling the desire of Krishna, because Krishna is very hungry, so they gave up all so-called religious customs of following their husband's wishes. They immediately gave up all those things and they went for satisfying Krishna. Okay, and then Krishna tells them to go back also. Brahmana Patnis. Okay, what are some more examples from Shastras where Krishna tells them, here to in this pastime, though Krishna directly did not inform them, the Brahmana Patnis, but there is one pastime where Krishna directly tells from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. युद्ध का साइड में रखो, बाकी गोवर्धन लीला में मेरे को सुनाई नहीं दिया. They immediately accepted the Krishna's words. Okay, but it is truth to accept that what Krishna said, that you no need to do devotees, demigods puja. So that is truth actually. That is truth. So there is one pastime where when Krishna was appearing when Krishna's appearance, so Vasudevji has taken a vow. He took a pran that whatever the son which comes from whatever the Devaki she gives birth, I will give all the sons back to Kamsa. But when Krishna appeared, what Vasudevji did? Did he give it to Kamsa? Because Krishna tells him that you take me to the Gokul. So Krishna accepted, Vasudevji accepted the instructions of Krishna. So does it mean that Vasudevji did not follow his truth or did not follow the truth? Here following the so-called niti of this world is actually lesser significant. The more significant is following the instructions of the Lord. Why? Because in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam it is mentioned that the Supreme Lord is absolute truth, and there is a verse comes, Satyavratam, Satyaparam, Satyasya Satyam, Viditasya Satyam. Like that, in one verse only there are 12-13 times Satya word is mentioned. Lord Govinda is more truth than the truth himself. Satyasya Satyam, Vihitasya Satyam, like that it comes. The following the instructions of the Lord is more truthful than the so-called religious customs of this world. Even though Vasudevji never spoke lie or never spoke untruth in this whole life, here he accepted the Krishna's instruction and he took Krishna to Gokula. And there is one example where the Yudhishthira Maharaj you are telling, where when Krishna tells Yudhishthira that you speak lie, But Yudhishthir, first, he did not accept that. So that's why his rath, which was flying in the air, it fell down. So following the instructions of Krishna is more important than the so-called niti of this world. So for a devotees of the Lord, for a pure devotees of the Lord, they are ready to go to the for the mission of the Lord. Narayana parasarve na kutasya bhyate svargapavarga narakeshu. What is that last line? Apitulyartha darshana. So for the Narayana Parayana, for the pure devotees of the Lord instructions are very important. For fulfilling the Lord's mission, they are ready to go to the hellish planets also or heavenly planets also. They are ready to do any type of activities. For them, Lord's instructions are most important. And here Upagateshu is also significant. So all the Vrishnis and Bojas, they are direct associates of the Lord. So as soon as when that fight happened, when they killed each other, so they immediately went home back to Godhead. Those Vrishni and Boja dynasty. But what happens? But a person who in this material world, like who is a conditioned soul, who becomes purified by this sadhana bhakti, and when he goes home back to Godhead, he directly doesn't go to Golok Vrindavan. He will go gradually. That means he will go like Bhuvar, Swarga, like that, higher planetary systems, and then he will go to Brahma Jyoti. He will go out of the universe, Brahma Jyoti, and then he will go to the wherever is his Swarupa. Wherever his Swarupa is there, he will go there. That means, so he will see all the like heavenly planets also there. Suppose by seeing a heavenly planet, suppose if he gets some other desire, ye to acha dikh raha hai, like that something, and again fir se punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Again, if he gets attracted to the heavenly planets, or if he sees Brahmaji bahut sundar dikh raha hai, like so if he again forgets the Lord and his eternal position of his eternal position as an eternal servant of the Lord, so again he will be in this material world only. So it is very tricky actually. So for a mukta jiva, he'll directly go to the his eternal abode. But for a baddha jiva who has become purified, who has attained perfection, so still at the time of in the Vaikuntha Vimana also, still there is a test, the last test. He will be taken to all the different planetary systems, and he will be able to witness all the activities, what's happening in different planetary systems, all the demigods, apsaras, sages, all these things. And if he gets some small little bit of desire of attraction or desire, then again he will be sent to that particular planetary system. So that's why the devotees has to be very serious, and they should not have any other desire other than if Vaikuntha Viman comes and takes them, so they should either they close their eyes, or they should only meditate upon Krishna's abode and Krishna Loka and abode and Krishna's divine pastimes. For a pure associates of the Lord, they have no attraction for the opulence of any planets of the material world. Sometimes due to inquisitiveness, devotees who are to be promoted to the abode of the Lord have some attraction for the opulence of the higher planetary material planets above the earth, and thus they desire to see them while going up to the perfection. But the Vrishnis and Bojas were directly dispatched because they had no attraction for material planets. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also suggests that according to the Amarakosha dictionary, Akriti also means signal. So the Lord Krishna signaled Uddhava that to go to Badrikashram after his departure, and Uddhava as a pure devotee of the Lord carried out the order more faithfully than going home back to Godhead. So when all his associates went home back to Godhead along with Krishna, Uddhava remained just to fulfill the instructions of Lord Krishna, that to deliver this Uddhava Gita to the Badrikashram, to Naranarayan Rishi. So that's why he remained too. So that was the cause of his remaining alone, even after departure from the face of the earth. Okay. So does it mean that Uddhava has nullified the curse of Brahmanas? Because Uddhava remained, because the curse is that the Brahmanas curse that the whole Yadu dynasty will disappear. But here still Uddhava remained. So what does it mean that the Brahmanas curse did not work on Uddhava? Brahmanas curse did not work on Uddhava? Just like we hear the curse of Shringi, the curse of that how Pariksit Maharaj was cursed with the Brahmana boy, that he will die in 7 days. So that means the Brahmana's curse is so powerful that in 7 days that snake will come and kill him. So that means the Pariksit Maharaj will live for 7 days for sure. So there is no other element which can kill Pariksit Maharaj in these 7 days. That only after 7 days and only by Takshaka snake the Pariksit Maharaj will die. So that is the power of Brahmana's curse. But here the Brahmanas, the assembly of Brahmanas headed by Narada and Vishwamitra, when they cursed, the Uddhava was still there. So what was how Uddhava was able to nullify the curse? Means does he has a potency to nullify the Brahmana's curse? Yes, Prabhuji. Because it is Krishna's will, because it is the will of Krishna, so that's why even the curse of the Brahmana did not affect. Generally, Krishna, one of the purpose of Krishna's appearance is Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmanitaya. Krishna comes for protecting Brahmanas. Krishna comes, in Krishna's whole life we never seen that Krishna offending a Brahmana or going against the will of Brahmana. Krishna never did that. How here that Brahmana has cursed and Uddhava was still able to nullify the curse. So the curse was actually the curse literally means that whoever comes in contact with that what do you call that? Moshala, what is that? That Moshala, that whoever come in contact with that, only they will be vanished. Like that the curse is like that. So even when Krishna when Krishna understood there were some bad signals were happening in Dwaraka, so at that time Krishna immediately he tells that all the women, Striya, Balaka and Vruddha, he separates them and he tells them, you go to different place. There is a Sankachoda, like that there is a place. He tells them to go there, and then he tells all the soldiers, all the powerful warriors, he tells them that we will go to this place, this Prabhakshetra. Like that Krishna, Balarama and all the Yadu dynasty, they go to this Prabhakshetra, and then he separates all these women and them, and then when they go to the Prabhakshetra, so at that time this thing happened actually. So even Uddhava was also not there. So because of that, so Uddhava was saved. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments or any corrections, we can discuss.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. By the example of Uddhava, you told that devotees, they give more attention to the instructions of the Lord. But we see that devotees are glorified in both ways. Even they don't follow the instructions of the Lord, still they are glorified. And if they follow, still they are glorified. It's like gopis, when they came for Ras dance, Krishna instructed them on the basis of social customs, scriptures, with all logic and arguments, that you go back. It is not proper for all of you to come here. So you go back, but they did not go. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya, when he was in Jagannath Puri, staying there, he instructed Lord Nityanand Prabhu that you don't come here. You be in Bengal and preach there. Give Krishna. But he used to come every year. So how is it? But still they are glorified. They tell that it is love. So in love they are disobeying the order or instruction. So they are glorified like that. And here Uddhava is glorified because he is following instruction of the Lord. So how can we understand? Please.
So about that Gopi's question, like how Krishna, when they came, Krishna only played flute, and by hearing the flute sound, so all the Gopis, they gave up their household duties and all, they gave up their children, and they come in the midnight to dance with Krishna. And when they come, at that time Krishna tells them that the atmosphere is very wonderful. So you came for seeing such a wonderful atmosphere, such a moonlight, and the forest is very enchanting. So you have seen that. So now you have seen. Now you can go back, like that Krishna tells. But actually, the acharyas, they comment in this verse that Krishna's actual desire was that gopis to remain there and dance with him. So that was the desire. Even though Krishna is telling that, but gopis in the heart, they felt that Krishna wanted them to stay there and dance with Krishna, like that. So they followed because they are eternal associates of the Lord, and they understood the Lord's desire. So outwardly Krishna told them to go back, but Krishna in the heart instructed them to remain there, like that. That's what I understood. And about Lord Nityananda, so Lord Nityananda obeyed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction of going there and preaching in the Bengal. We heard from Atul Krishna Project class how he preached, how he took some of the devotees and he preached in Bengal, and then he used to come occasionally just to take darshan of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. But he fulfilled the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
No, he used to go to Bengal, but he used to come every year. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him still that you don't come every year. So every year he used to come and remain for 4 months there in Puri during Chaturmas.
Radhakant Prabhuji may answer this question. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Lord Nityananda to go to Bengal and preach, don't come back again, like that, don't come back to Jagannath Puri. But why Lord Nityananda again came back? This do not come back, like that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu literally told.
Yes.
So why Lord Nityananda every year he used to come with devotees to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And that is asked.
When he comes also, maybe he is coming as preaching only. He is bringing all the people from Mayapur.
That is also one of the preaching. He told to preach in Bengal. Preaching means we also take devotees to different places. So like that, in part of preaching mission, he brought to Jagannath Puri. You can understand like that. Thank you.
Once one devotee told me, very senior devotee, he was instructed by Gopalakrishna Maharaj, if I see you in Vrindavan, I'll break your legs, like that. Means you always stay away from Vrindavan and preach everywhere. Don't come to Vrindavan, like that. So maybe if that devotee comes with the devotees to Vrindavan for yatra, then and that instruction also may be subjected to certain limitations, like when the devotee get old, the flavor of the instruction may change. So हम literally सब कुछ नहीं ले सकते हैं.
You have to understand the spirit behind that instruction.
And even Srila Prabhupada said, hereafter I will be the only spiritual master in ISKCON, like that he said. So Ritvik people quote that statement, I read somewhere. So suppose when Prabhupada is in Bombay, during the Bombay period, like अभी से हर दिन मैंने बीच में walking करूँगा. So Bombay with Juhu beach में walking करूँगा. So that means when Prabhupada is in Bombay, Juhu temple, he will walk in the Juhu beach. It doesn't mean that when Prabhupada is in New York, still he will come to Juhu beach and walk. So, but वो statement देते समय ऐसा दिया. So समझने वाले का इतना तो common sense होना चाहिए कि ये statement किस context में दिया गया, like that.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna told Arjuna to go and kill Asusthama, but Arjuna followed the customs by removing his shikha.
For a Kshatriya, dishonor is worse than death, so he accepted that. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Rantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.